Legendary highwayman Dick Turpin even makes an appearance in a Hampstead haunt, while a number of the pubs claim to have been visited by the clattering of hooves in the dead of night. Your scribe was even witness to an inexplicable chill of her own during a recent visit to a London pub on the site where demon barber Sweeney Todd butchered his victims before having them baked in pies. In today's video, let's have a look at the 10 most haunted pubs in the UK. Let's get started. At number 10, the Mermaid Inn, Mermaid Street, Rye, East Sussex. Rebuilt in 1420, the Mermaid Inn in Rye boasts Norman cellars dating back to 1120. The site has played host to a long list of non-paying guests, the most frequently cited of which is a lady dressed in white who sits in a chair by the fireplace in room 1. Guests, many weeks apart, have told the same story of leaving their clothes on the chair during the night and waking to find them wet. In the Nutcracker Suite, a lady in white said to have been murdered by smugglers has been spotted walking across the room and through the door, stopping at the foot of the bed for a moment on her way past. 2 years ago in the Fleur-de-Lis room, a bank manager and his wife awoke to find a man walking through their bathroom wall and across the center of their room. At number 9, Devilstone Inn, Shebbeare, Beworthy, Devon. A former 17th century farmhouse in Devon, staff have reported many strange goings-on at the pub, particularly when it is being refurbished. Taps start running unaided, beds unmake themselves, pictures are found on the floor in the morning and windows spontaneously fly open. Meanwhile, loud footsteps are often heard on the landing along with phantom knocks on the doors. Room 8 is thought to be the most haunted in the inn, with guests reporting the bed cover suddenly being removed and pictures being moved on the walls during the night. A young girl's giggling can also be heard along the corridor, and the smell of smoke can sometimes be detected where there is none, as cottages that once caught fire share the same site as the inn. The spirit of an RAF pilot who died in room 4 can often be seen at the bar. To keep that at bay, every year on the 5th of November, the Devil's Stone next to the inn is turned over by the church bell ringers to keep Lucifer away from the village. At number 8, Jamaica Inn, Bolventor, Loudston, Cornwall. Sharing the name of the 1936 Daphne du Maurier novel inspired by the haunt, which was used as a temperance house in the early 1900s, the inn has appeared in TV show Most Haunted, with the makers describing it as one of the spookiest programs ever recorded. A clatter of horses' hooves on cobbled ground can often be heard in the courtyard in the dead of night. The inn's resident ghost is that of a man thought to have left the bar one night medpine. His corpse was found on the moor the next morning and the murder remains unsolved. Landlords report hearing footsteps around the bar when no one is there, and believe it to be the ghost of the stranger returning to finish his drink. He has also been seen sitting motionless on the outside wall. A handprint meanwhile often appears in one of the bedroom mirrors, and furniture has been known to move during the night. At number 7, the Old Bank of England, 194 Fleet Street, London. Before the Bank of England stood here, 2 taverns, the Cock and the Haunch of Venison, occupied the site in the 16th and 17th centuries. Both were demolished in 1888 to make way for the construction of the Law Courts branch of the Bank of England, which traded on the site for 87 years. Now a pub again, the spot boasts a grisly past that it lies between Sweeney Todd's former barber shop and Mrs. Lovett's pie shop. The tunnels and vaults below the present building were where Todd's victims were butchered before being cooked and sold in pies to Mrs. Lovett's unsuspecting customers. DB is not one to get spooked easily, and is quick to brush off haunted happenings, but a recent tour of the old bank vaults made the hairs on the back of our necks stand on end. Located in the basement, on the night of our visit, the temperature outside the vaults was toasty. Entering the room, the drop in mercury was astounding despite the fact that there were no windows or places where a draft could creep in. Never in my life have I been so convinced of a malevolent presence that I couldn't explain. I felt a chill in my bones and couldn't wait to get out. The experience left me certain that there are some things in life we can't logically explain. At number 6, Ostrich Inn, High Street, Canbrook, near Slough, Berkshire. The Ostrich Inn, with foundations dating back to 1106, the inn, originally named the Hospice, was used as a hideout by legendary highwayman Dick Turpin, while famous London diarist Samuel Pepys also slept within its walls. The inn is said to be the site of over 60 murders. Most famous were those committed in the 17th century by the landlord at the time, one Mr. Jarman, who with his wife made a profitable sideline by murdering wealthy guests after they had retired for the night. The pair had a trapdoor built into the floor of one of their bedrooms and, When a suitably rich candidate arrived, they would tip the sleeping victim from the hinged double bed through the trapdoor and into a vat of boiling liquid below. The unfortunate guest's belongings were then sold to local gypsies. Paranormal activity at the inn includes strange noises, objects moving of their own accord, and ghostly figures. At number 5, the Red Lion, High Street, Avery, Wiltshire. A woman known as Flory is said to haunt this family pub in Avery, Wiltshire, the site of Europe's largest stone circle dating from between 4000 and 2400 BC. The story goes that Flory was thrown down a well by her soldier husband during the time of the English Civil War. Having gone to battle, while he was away, Flory took a lover. One night her husband returned unexpectedly from duty and discovered Flory in flagrante with said lover. In a fit of rage, he shot his love rival dead, stabbed his wife and threw her body down a well, sealing it with a boulder. There have been several sightings of a black-clad Flory walking around the pub looking for a man with a beard, though reports differ as to whether she is seeking her husband or lover. On one occasion, a chandelier in the restaurant started spinning at an alarming rate when a man with a bushy beard was sat underneath it. At number 4, the Spaniards Inn, Spaniards Road, London. Built in 1585 as a tollgate inn, this North London pub has a colourful history. Local legend has it that aforementioned highwayman Dick Turpin was born at the inn and later used it as a base for his nefarious operations. Turpin's pistols hung above the bar until recently, before being stolen. The pub takes its name from two former landlords, Spanish brothers Francisco and Juan Porro, who fought a duel over a woman in which one was killed. Buried near the inn, his ghost is said to haunt the pub, along with that of Turpin, who has been seen on the road outside and heard in the upstairs rooms. At number 3, the Golden Fleece, 16 Pavement, York, North Yorkshire. The early 16th century Golden Fleece has a reputation of being one of the most haunted pubs in the country and was visited by the Most Haunted team in 2005. One of its resident spooks is said to be that of Jeff Monroe, a Canadian airman who was staying at the pub in room 4 when he died in 1945 by throwing himself out of the bedroom window. People staying in his former room have reported sightings of a figure in full uniform standing over them and a corresponding drop in temperature. Customers have also complained of bed covers being removed, clothes taken off the rails and thrown on the floor, and the sound of footsteps running across the hallway. At number 2, the Skinwalkers Inn, Llanfihangel Crucorny, Monmouthshire. Wales' oldest pub, the Skinwalkers Inn dates back to 1110. Named after the mountain that looms over it, the pub has appeared in the TV show Most Haunted and is said to be one of the UK's spookiest taverns. Glasses fly across the bar by themselves, faces have been seen at the windows, things mysteriously disappear only to turn up weeks later, and residents often wake to an ice-cold room and the feeling that they are being watched. It is thought that one of the main spirits at the inn is that of Fanny Price, who worked at the pub in the 18th century and died of consumption aged 35. There have been many sightings of her in room 3. At number 1, the Grenadier, 8 Wilton Row, Belgrave Square, London. This red, white and blue-fronted pub in Wilton Mews, far from the madding crowd in London's upmarket Belgravia district, is reported to be one of the most haunted pubs in Britain. Decorated with military paraphernalia, the inn was once frequented by the Duke of Wellington's Grenadier Guards, as the upper floors of the building were used as the officers' mess of a nearby army barracks. These are our list of top 10. What do you think? Do you think we missed any of your favorites? Let us know your opinions in the comments section below. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.